The Associated Press. Tiger Woods left watches as world number 1 Dustin Johnson hits off the 4th tee during a practice round for the U.S. Open on Tuesday in Southampton, NY. The Associated Press. Southampton, NY. AP. Tiger Woods returned to the U.S. Open for the first time in 3 years and hardly anyone noticed. Then again, it was late Sunday afternoon. Shinnecock Hills was practically empty. "A bizarre experience," said Jordan Spieth, who played 9 holes with him. Such a quiet moment was rare for Woods in his celebrated return following 4 back surgeries. A year that began with intrigue soon gave way to hysteria over anticipation of his first victory in nearly 5 years. That time has not arrived as Woods heads into the second major of the year. "Golf is always frustrating," Woods said Tuesday after going 9 holes with Dustin Johnson and Bryson DeChambeau, winners of the last 2 PGA Tour events. "There's always something that isn't quite right, and that's where we as players have to make adjustments. You've seen the tournaments I've played this year. There's always something. Hopefully, this is one of those weeks where I put it all together and even it out. And we'll see what happens." It has been 10 years since Woods won his last U.S. Open, his 14th and last major. All it takes for him to temper any frustrations is to look back at last year, when he didn't know if he would even play another U.S. Open. He was at a low point in his career and his personal life. While recovering from fusion surgery, his 4th surgery on his back in 3 years, he was arrested on a DUI charge and found to have a mixture of 2 painkillers, the sleeping aid Ambien, the anti-anxiety drug Xanax, and the active ingredient for marijuana in his system. He entered a clinic to get help and pleaded guilty to a reckless driving charge that kept him out of jail. Asked about the video of his arrest and how his life has changed, Woods replied, "It's gotten better." That seems like longer than a year ago because Woods has been such an active part of the PGA Tour again. In some instances, he looks like the same Woods. He hit one drive past Johnson on the par 5 5th hole Tuesday that left him a 2-iron to the front of the green. He had 2 chances to win in March, missing a long birdie putt on the last hole in Innisbrook and hitting a drive out of bounds on the 16th hole at Bay Hill the following week. But no trophies, no fist pumps. There's 2 ways of looking at that, Woods said. "I've given myself chances to win, which I didn't know if I was ever going to do again. And then again, not happy with the fact that I didn't win because I loved how it felt being there." Woods last played in the U.S. Open in 2015 at Chambers Bay. He was coming off the highest score of his career, an 85 in the 3rd round at the Memorial, and never stood a chance on the course built over a former gravel pit. He shot rounds of 80 to 76 and was gone by the weekend, and before long, he was gone from golf with the first of his back surgeries. Johnson returned to no. 1 in the world with his 6-shot victory last week at the St. Jude Classic, the 18th of his career, all since Woods won his last U.S. Open. He replaced Justin Thomas, the PGA champion who turned 25 in April. Woods will play with both of them when the first round begins on Thursday. Speech.